Oh, sorry, I was just trying to set up the camera. That will be fine because all you'll be able to see is the commentary thing on here. I'll put this up, pop out chat on like yesterday. Yo Simper, welcome to stream. Yo Fondue Edge, welcome to stream. All set up, I think that'll be there. That will be there like yesterday, and then we'll have the thing below that. We're gonna run through the lineups and stuff before the game does start. So, Man City lineup: Bravo in goal instead of Edison, Laporte in Stones instead of Otamendi and Company. Walker at right back. Why'd you go off? Mendy at left back. Foden, Fernandinho and Bernardo Silva in the midfield. No David Silva or Gundogan. I don't think David Silva's available and De Bruyne's not available. He's still on holiday. Soto is Sterling and Gundogan's on the bench, I believe. And Mahrez making his competitive debut on the right wing, Sane on the left wing, and Aguero up top. Substitutes, I believe, is Company, Otamendi, Edison, Gundogan, Gomez, Man City signing from PSG. I'll just look at it up here. That'll be much easier. Yeah, Brahim Diaz and I don't know whoever else. I didn't read out. I think it was Jesus. And Chelsea lineup: Cavalier in goal. No Hazard, Courtois or Kante involved today. Willian's on the bench. Azpilicueta and Rudiger and David Luiz at centre back. Wait, what? I think Asby's at right back or something. Hang on. Yeah, Asby's at right back. Luiz, Rudiger at centre back. Alonso at left back. Barkley, Fabregas and Jorginho, Man City's transfer target in midfield. Pretty much same formations according to this, with Pedro on the right wing, Hudson Odoi on the left wing. Apparently did really well in their friendly against Arsenal, so Kyle Walker will have a challenge probably today, and then Morata up front. So let's look at some news. VAR is being used today. It won't be used in the Premier League, I don't think, but they are going to be using it in whatever it is, this game. Amari, I think it's it. No, sorry, not Amari. Why do I say that? But it's his first competitive game, I think, today as Chelsea manager. Obviously I want Man City to win because I'm a Man City fan, but you know, other news, Mara's warming up. The FA Cup winners have won the last 4 editions of Community Shield. Hopefully that doesn't happen today. Hopefully Man City do win. He's a good Man City team, not so for Chelsea though. I was wondering if Courtois and Hazard would start. I thought Kante would, but he's not involved today. Willian on the bench. And they're not, because they're not starting. I think Man City can win, but I think it'll be, it'll either be on penalties or by 1 goal, like a 2-1 win. I did think 2-1 Chelsea at the start, but I think it will be a 2-1 Man City win. Probably goals from Sane, because Bernardo Silva did alright in pre-season actually. But I think Sane will get the first goal then. Who's on Chelsea lineup? Maybe someone like Alonso or David Luiz will score from like a free kick or a corner or something, and then I think who else? maybe like Aguero or someone off the bench like Gabriel Jesus or Diaz will score a winner in like around the 88th minute. We've got 15 minutes to kick off, so I'm going to get the thing up on my phone in the commentary. Chelsea will win 2-1. Their team is quite poor, though, to be fair. Man City's is definitely the better team out of the two. You never know. Chelsea were in it last year. They lost to Arsenal on penalties, but they have no Courtois taking them today. They may have Morata, probably not. Chelsea failed to score against Man City last season, so hopefully that happens again today. You know, Chelsea are actually got a really bad team though. So look at their team. What their team could actually be instead of what it is. Let's find the actual post. That one's terrible. Look at that. Courtois and goal, that could be. Azpilicueta and Luis. Victor Moses, he's on the bench. No offence to Rudiger, I think Azpi and Luis would be better. Maybe Azpi, Rudiger, no Luis. Alonso left back, that's fine. Fabregas, Kante. Jorginho, Bakayoko maybe. I don't know. But Barkley is good. He hasn't really got that much game time at Chelsea, so this is his chance to prove he is worthy of getting into the first team. If Kante does leave, then Pedro, that could be Willian, but they put Pedro there. And that could be Hazard, that could be Giroud, maybe Morata. Well, it is Morata, but it could be Giroud instead after winning the World Cup with France. But it obviously isn't. I don't think Giroud's on the bench, is he? They got Bulk, I never heard of him. Is that Tammy Abraham? I swear he went to Aston Villa. Okay. Drinkwater on the bench. Zappa Costa, William. Christians. There's no real attack. I mean, Bulk is probably like a striker, and Abraham's a striker, but no real amazing attacking options like Hazard, Giroud, and stuff. So I think Man City will win. I can't find the thing I used for commentary. Where's it gone? You know, I'm just going to type it in. I can't find it. We have 12 minutes to kick off today. If you are going to leave stream, just come back in like 5 minutes when the commentary should have started. Stuff. Let's check out some other scores while we wait. Aberdeen v Rangers 1-0. I think Rangers down to 10 men in that game. Don't think there's any other games on at the moment. Don't know half these. So that's Bayern's second team. If it's not Bayern, Munich are winning 2-0 against that team. I expect it's not, otherwise they'd be winning like 10-0 because it's the 90th minute in that game. Then again, St. Pauli don't have a backup team, I don't think, so if that is the actual Wolfsburg, they're losing 3-0 at half time. Burnley are playing in a friendly, they're losing 1-0. They just signed Dan Gibson from Middlesbrough like just under an hour ago. No other really big games on today. I will be doing Leeds versus Stoke though, straight after this game. Then tomorrow, Hull versus Aston Villa. I have 10 minutes to kick off. I don't really know what to do. I've already shown the lineups like twice. We'll look at some stuff. Today's shown is a repeat of the 2012 one held at Villa Park. So it wasn't at Wembley, that one, it was at Aston Villa Stadium. Oh yeah, due to Olympic football final, fair enough. 3 goals in the second half from Yaya Torre. That's obviously changed. None of them players are at City anymore. Obviously the managers aren't there. That was the year they won the Champions League, Chelsea, so that's quite a good result for Man City. But then but did they win the FA Cup that year as well then? I think Chelsea won it. I'm trying to remember. I think it was Man City in 2011, then I think it was Chelsea, well, obviously was, because they're in the Community Shield. And then Wigan 2013. And Arsenal probably won it like 2 years in a row or something, and then Man U, then Arsenal again, then Chelsea this year. Yeah, shut up, Jack. Alright. Honestly don't know what to do. Let's just look at the youngsters involved in the starting 11. No, that doesn't even say anything, it just says what their names are. Here we go. No, that doesn't say anything. Jorginho's not Maradona, yeah, obviously. It's not even a can, so I don't know how that works, but yeah. I don't know, maybe VAR will be used today, I don't know. It might do. If it does, hopefully Man City get going their way. So got 11 people in the stream now. Game is starting in 7 minutes, so there will be commentary up then. And make sure to subscribe to the channel. We are aiming for 600 subscribers by September, I guess. Because we're not going to get it this stream. Realistically, we're not going to get 63 subscribers, but we might do. We'll probably end the stream goals like 550 or something, because we gained like 30 yesterday from doing Championship and League One commentary. So it's like top 2 teams in the top 6 of the Premier League. So surely we're gonna get like 100. That's if no one else is doing a stream like this, which they probably will do. Make sure comment your predictions in the chat. I will read them all out. It's not how you spell salty. I've gained a subscriber. Don't know who subscribed, but thank you. We are 12 away now. Issa Rio's it's just come up with. Thanks for subscribing. Yo, Andre, welcome to the stream. And we're back down. back up. How much digits even is that? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. So he's basically on 2 trillion, 9 trillion, 99 trillion to 2 trillion to Chelsea. Apparently, it's going to be the score. Florian Salah. So if my thing goes down again, I know who's doing that. They always do it every single live stream I do. Alright, game's starting in 4 minutes, so I'm going to look if the commentary does work now. Right, we're up another subscriber and we're back down. Yeah, I know what's happening. Let's read out some score predictions from F2. I think it's got the commentary up now because that just refreshed. Yeah, he's doing that good. Yeah, that is Jason. He does it every single stream. Fondo Edge, thanks for the sub. Don't know why it said that because I swear you've been sub since like 200, but yeah, thanks for the sub. It's actually really annoying. I need to turn the sound down or something on that. How do you mute this? Oh my god. Why is it even making a sound? It's never made a sound in my life. Maybe it'll be on settings. Sound there, yeah. Minimize that back up again. Right, commentary should be up now. I'm just gonna go on the thing. Refresh mobile. Oh, it's not come up yet. It is 3 minutes to kick off. It'll probably come up as the commentary will probably come up in like 2 minutes time. We'll do that. We'll refresh this because it might come up with a thing here now. Hopefully, no. It's not coming up with that. It should come up because it's 2 minutes to kick off, but don't know why it's not. It'll probably come up with like 1 minute left till kick off. Yeah, it's 1 minute now, it's 59. Why is it not on? Wait, let me reload. No, that's 4-5. Reload the thing and hopefully it turns on. And that's not what I meant to click on. Oh no, it doesn't work. What? No, don't say it's broken. What? Why is it broken? Oh. Vendetta Geo, thank you for the sub. Don't know why it's not working on here. Commentary's not even up yet and it's 3 o'clock. Right, let me just restart that. Yeah, commentary's still not up. Don't know why. Let's try this app now. This will... Yeah, this is gonna work actually. Please say this works. This literally my only hope. Now playing. Says it's... Here we go.
Because it kind of, those attacking wing-backs really kind of revolutionised the way Chelsea play. I'm struggling to imagine this Chelsea side not playing with wing-backs very, very high up the pitch. It's going to be incredibly interesting. I think there'll be more set in the back four, Nick. I think in this formation there's not the necessity for those full-backs to go bombing on. So it's a really different role for Marcus Alonso in particular. As for Lequeta, he'll be quite content, although he's a good scorer. Goals last year certainly was for Morata with his in-swinging deliveries, but I just feel, there's probably not a necessity for them to bomb on such, with such readiness. So maybe there'll be a little bit more set and just allow those wide players and also those two number 8s, I think it's going to be today in Barkley and Fabregas, to be joining in with the central striker. Jorginho sounds like a really good signing. Manchester City room for him, obviously Nick, so they got one over City already, and he sounds like he's a master of all trades really. Can keep dogged and win the ball back for his team, but supposedly he's got an outstanding array of passing as well. So really looking forward to seeing my first glimpse of him today. So have you missed all the glamour? Have you missed all the razzmatazz and the excitement and the controversy of the Premier League? Well, you're going to have to wait another week, because this is the Community Shield. It's the traditional curtain raiser to the top flight season in this country. We have Chelsea in dark blue, Manchester City in light blue, and John Moff blows the whistle. We're underway at Wembley on yet another roasting hot London afternoon, and that ball forward looking for Marcus Alonso, who has, almost to illustrate Sam Parkin's point, hurtled forward almost to the Manchester City corner flag to try and get on the end of that ball forward. Actually fouls Kyle Walker, who was playing where right backs are supposed to play, and it's a free kick to Manchester City inside their own half. First touch from Bernard Mendy, the left back. Here's Fernandinho, and then John Stones, one of the heroes of the team in Russia, funnels this forward. There's an attempt to help it on by Sane, and then scrapping for all he's worth in the middle is Bernardo Silva, and again this time it's the Manchester City player who's penalised, and it'll be a free kick to Chelsea inside their own half of the field. David Luiz to take it. You don't see David Luiz in a Chelsea shirt much these days. You certainly don't see him playing as one of two centre halves. His last competitive game for the Blues was back in February. And those with excellent memories will remember that Watford won 4-1. He hasn't played since. But he's back in today. The new manager giving him a vote of confidence. There's Phil Foden, one of the youngsters from Manchester City, so highly regarded, scrapping furiously. Back it goes, away to our left to Claudio Bravo, to Willy Caballero rather, away to our left, who's the Chelsea goalkeeper. He used to play for Manchester City, spent several seasons at the Etihad. Here's Azpilicueta with Leroy Sane close to him, and Azpilicueta can't quite control that, so it bounces out of play. It's quickly taken throw-in, guided back by Aymeric Laporte, one of the two centre halves. Bravo clips it back out, again adopting the Edison way of dealing with the football at his feet, playing out for the back, sweep the keeper. Mendy's run a long way here, and this is going to be guided out to the right-hand side. First touch of Riyad Mahrez into the penalty area, shoots, blocked by Luiz. It's going to drop. Is he going to drop at the end to Hudson-Odoi? It is. He's going to just try and smuggle it away from danger, but when Manchester City come forward, Sam Parkin, they already look fairly dangerous. So tricky when Mahrez fronts you up like that, because he's very inept at going either way. Obviously, he preferred to get it infield on his left side. Lots of source. Sane shoots from 20 yards wide. Doesn't have a great deal on. Left-footed, he couldn't get the connection he wanted, and I'd say Willy Caballero didn't look that bothered, but most of the attacking endeavour so far from Manchester City after just a couple of minutes.
Yeah, Bernardo Silva, he was the architect of that initial chance for Mahrez. This time, Sane coming infield, picking up just on the edge of the centre circle, really driving towards Chelsea's back four. Just scuffed his strike.
Yeah, and Chelsea have made a real mess of this at the back. It's with David Luiz, who's just managed to angle it away from danger, and Jorginho is going to pick it up. There was a bit of miscommunication with his back four there from Jorginho. That's going to need to be ironed out before they go to Huddersfield next Saturday afternoon. And Pedro has it on the touchline. Gets barged into by Bernard Mendy. Gives the assistant referee who's standing just behind him a bit of an ugly look. It goes to the Chelsea goalkeeper once again. They'll have to work on their distribution because they played themselves into a right pickle just a little bit earlier on. Luiz rolls this forward. Alonso into Morata, who does well to hold the ball up, then gets challenged. It's swept back by Walker. But to Claudio Bravo away to our right. It's already quite absorbing, actually, this. There's lots of little battles all over the pitch. Two tactical approaches have been quite interesting. And little backheel by Antonio Rudiger. I don't think would have gone down terribly well if it was Antonio Conte. And again, you have to remark on the fact that for the first time in a couple of seasons, a Chelsea manager is watching on, remaining relatively calm, because we had, did we not, 24 months of Antonio Conte's explosive activity on the touchline. I rather miss it. Here's Sane collecting this ball forward, racing towards the Chelsea penalty area, but Alonso's tidied up. Luiz is going to clip this out to this near side, or Azpilicueta will hook it over the halfway line. It's going to be easily tidied up by Laporte and Mendy. But yes, he's positively serene, isn't he, Maurizio? Somebody's getting a bit agitated, but you have to remember that Antonio Conte used to watch these games supercharged.
Yeah, we seem to monitor Antonio Conte and take that at the club with the hierarchy, and he seemed to lose his mojo for a spell last season. Got it back just in time to win the FA Cup here at Wembley, and different approach from the new manager, it seems.
Sane plays it forward, driving towards the edge of the penalty area. There's an opportunity for Bernardo Silva, brings it in the box, squirts across the 6-yard box. Nobody can touch it in. Seemed to take an age for the delivery to come in, and Aguero was in there. But by the time Bernardo Silva, or Chelsea giving it away again, that's sloppy between Jorginho and Fabregas. In the end, Jorginho was chopped down. Bernardo Silva. It'll be a free kick to Manchester City to the right of centre. On a couple of occasions in the opening 5 minutes or so, that gap between the back four and the holding midfield has come unstuck.
Bernardo Silva's been the best player so far. In 5 minutes, he's getting on the ball in little pockets, and Jorginho's been really slack with his passing. Was looking forward to seeing what he could do, but he's been loose in possession, and that time him and Fabregas not on the same wavelength. Good play again from Silva, wins a free kick in a very dangerous area.
Looks as though it might be Mahrez to strike this. It's to the right of centre. Walker's in there as well, but it is Mahrez. It goes into the wall. I think that's hit David Luiz's head. City try and recycle it. It's with Mendy on the left. He's going to play in Sane wide to that left-hand side, and Foden. Sane again. Sent all the way back to Bernard Mendy. And Manchester City certainly on top of the moment. Chelsea retreated to their own half of the field. City just biding their time at the moment, and Chelsea almost sensing that City are having a bit of a purple patch, kind of retreat. In fact, you can hear the olays from the Manchester City supporters as that's drilled forward by Walker and almost releases Mahrez on that right-hand side. But not quite. Is that foul by Pedro? No, the referee's allowed that to continue. Pedro's got it back to Rudiger, who treads on it and then turns and gets it back to Caballero, puts it up into the sky, and Sane's going to nod it down. And there are some problems at the moment for Chelsea. Bernardo Silva goes scuttling down that left flank once again, keeps it in play, sets it back for Mendy. Chelsea cannot get out of their own half, and Maurizio Sarri's a little worried look on his face. Here comes Chelsea though, they've turned over possession, and it's Callum Hudson-Odoi who goes bursting over the halfway line. The first chance we've seen for him to run at the Manchester City defence, and Walker's tidied it up and got it back to Claudio Bravo, who has to clear under pressure from Fabregas, flicks it out to the flank, and it goes out for a throw. And if Chelsea broken Manchester City's little lock that they had on the game in those few minutes.
That was a shame, wasn't it? I think it was a straight pass from Laporte and presented it straight to Morata. He in turn found Hudson-Odoi left-hand side, isolated up against Kyle Walker, but Fernandinho, all that experience, just coming back, plugging in that hole, doubling up on the youngster, and was able to get a toe into dispossess him. But yeah, it's been a good start from Manchester City. Silva absolutely everywhere, Nick, picking up the ball, linking the play. They look the more cohesive unit at the moment, as you would probably expect.
BBC Radio London Sport on Digital on this Sunday afternoon. We're live at Wembley for the Community Shield. And Antonio Rudiger has it inside his own half, and a little balance has been restored for Chelsea. This is lofted long, and is nodded down by Barkley, who got into the centre-forward position. Offloads to Morata. Alonso exchanges passes with Jorginho. Manchester City hassling and harrying, trying to pick up the ball. Have they done so with Foden? Well, Foden does get hold of it, and then the referee allows the game to continue, and Walker slams the ball into the heels of Ross Barkley. It goes out of play for a throw-in. But yes, we're waiting for Chelsea to get a bit more joined up. But as you say, they're the more established team. They've had the manager and the system in place. I suppose this was always going to happen.
Yeah, I mean, this Manchester City team, bar Riyad Mahrez, would know exactly what they expect from this manager. So they can come back pre-season, hit the ground running, know about the shape, know about the formation. Chelsea starting from scratch again.
Mahrez down the right. He's got Walker running ahead of him. There's a push in from Alonso to get it back to the halfway line. Fernandinho's recycled it. Breaking over the halfway line is Mahrez once again. He's inside the penalty area and he shoots across goal. That's going to roll out for it's a corner flag. That's how wide it went. It rolled it on the ground. So the ball's still in play. And Bernardo Silva has won it back. He has been industry personified so far in this first half. Sets it back to Mendy, who whips it across. Well, Rudiger was dreaming, and Aguero got in front of him and can only touch it out of play. Someone needs to retune Antonio Rudiger's radar at the moment, because he's off.
First chance for Aguero. You just know when he gets played in there, inside right channel. I think it was Mahrez who found it. Angle was really against him, but he's not going to try and manoeuvre it beyond the centre half, take him on. He's just going to try and engineer a strike. You know, no backlift, try and maybe force it through legs of a defender. Just whistle past the post.
Chelsea again playing out from the back and nearly getting themselves in a pickle, but Pedro's sorted it out. Marcus Alonso crosses the halfway line now in dark blue, gives it to Hudson-Odoi, who runs at Walker, cuts in field, offloads to Barkley. Hudson-Odoi again, gives it to Fabregas, who's sort of 40 yards from goal. Wide to Azpilicueta, who loves to get forward on that right side. Back to Fabregas, now this is Chelsea's best spell in the Manchester City half for quite some time. Pedro's offside. As I utter the phrase, having a good spell, Pedro strays into an offside position, and the flag goes straight up, free kick.
Must have been very close. He was coming back into an onside position. He was a few yards off, and a very good line from Manchester City. Lines the flag straight up. Just seeing it again now. Yeah, he was just getting back on line. He's a yard offside, Nick.
We were pretty much in line with that ourselves as Bernard Mendy moves the ball over the halfway line, gets it back from Sane, in goes Barkley with a firm challenge to win it back for Chelsea. And Fabregas seeks out Pedro on that right side. Says Fabregas, who, as Emma Jones was mentioning, the first half hour of our programme, is making his name as a pundit these days at the World Cup. Good to see him on the television, giving us the benefit of his experience, winning the competition, of course, in 2010. Here he is again on the football on the halfway line for the Blues of West London. Now Morata bulldozing forward, gets stopped in his tracks by Laporte, who really dealt with Morata pretty mercilessly there. He's, well, I was going to say one of these expensive signings from Manchester City. Goes without saying, they're all expensive signings, aren't they? £57 million from Athletic Bilbao. But they certainly got their money's worth there, Manchester City, as he dealt with Morata. Quick downfield, looking for Mahrez. Picked up by Jorginho, takes a heavy touch. And Aguero wants a foot race here with Alonso and gets one, but David Luiz on the cover sweeps it back to Caballero away to our left. And the momentary danger with Chelsea passes. We've had 12 minutes of this contest so far. It's 0-0 here on BBC Radio London Sport on Digital. Aymeric Laporte once again collects the ball from Claudio Bravo. There's no secret to what City do. They do play the ball out at every opportunity. Emma Jones is responsible for keeping an eye on the two benches. That job used to be quite a lot of fun when it was Antonio Conte who was on the bench. Has Maurizio Sarri lived up to that level of expectation yet, Emma?
No, because he sat down even on occasions, Nick. I know, ridiculous.
Absolutely ridiculous. Here comes Manchester City with Aguero, who shoots and scores. And tight angle, just manages to squeeze it between the post and the goalkeeper, and it's City who take first blood 12 minutes into this contest, and Sergio Aguero, who loves scoring against Chelsea, has scored now 6 in 6 appearances, makes it Manchester City 1, Chelsea 0.
Two midfield players have been afforded far too much space. Silva has been instrumental in everything Manchester City have done well. That time, it's Foden, the young lad, picking the ball up, wide on the right-hand side, drives in field, and Aguero in and around the 18-yard box, as he always is, steadies himself and drills it left-footed on his weaker side, but it's an unerring finish through the legs of Rudiger, like we just spoke about, right into the corner. Caballero nowhere near it.
And he gets a stiff hit, but it just comes off.
Through the legs, isn't it?
Yeah, well, it comes off the inside of his thigh, of his calf rather, and it does nothing to change the angle of the ball. And but you can't say it hasn't been coming, Sam Parker.
No, they've been excellent, Manchester City. They've got the ball into more dangerous areas. We've hardly seen Pedro. Morata's been overcomplicating things again. He looks willing, he looks like he's up for the fight. He wants to be Chelsea's number 9, but still giving the ball away, making poor decisions. And that front three of Manchester City and the midfield too, the further forward midfield too, have been very good from the start of this match, causing Chelsea all manner of problems. So, different season and same result. Aguero on the goal trail.
Yeah.
How many years have we been saying this for now?
Loves playing against Chelsea, loves scoring against Chelsea. Got a hat-trick against Chelsea back in April 2016, but it's 6 in 6 for the Argentinian, as again Chelsea try and play it out from the back. Caballero clips it out to Alonso. We'll have to see what Maurizio Sarri's Chelsea are made of now. Barkley's done well to recycle that. We'll underline the fact that both these sides have got loads and loads of players missing. That almost goes without saying. No Hazard. He of course makes everything happen for Chelsea these days. It's with Aspilicueta, who lifts across into the box. Oh, and it's headed over by Walker. It just crept over Morata's head. And Hudson-Odoi was at the far post. Walker had to deal with it. I think he tried to head it away from danger. He's headed it out for the first ball of the game. He goes to Chelsea down their right.
Half a chance, because we spoke about that relationship. Aspilicueta is such a source of goals for Morata. He just went a little bit too early. If he didn't held his position in between John Stones and Walker, would have had a clear header on the target.
Chelsea have played this corner short. This is going to go out for another corner off Foden as Pedro and Fabregas try and work their way beyond Foden. So it'll be reset. And this time they won't play it short. Fabregas will clip it right-footed towards the edge of the 6-yard area. Luis gets around the back, headed away by Walker again. Mahrez tries to release Sane. Like a challenge by Jorginho on that side of the field, because Leroy Sane, who was as quick as lightning, would have got away down that right side, and then Jorginho is fouled. So it's going to be another Chelsea set piece, this time down their left. It's 35 yards from goal, wide on the touchline. Chelsea exerting a little bit of pressure, trailing by a goal to nil.
Yeah, he did excellently there. He's had a bit of an indifferent start to this match, but that was great. Breaking up play, Manchester City would have been away.
Here's the delivery. Floats it in, looking for Alonso, and tumbling through the air goes Claudio Bravo to push that away from Alonso. And Alonso got away down round the back and would have had a free header had Claudio Bravo not flown through the air Superman style to push that away from danger. It's gone out for a City throw.
It had a bit of height and a bit of loft. I'm not sure. It was a great opportunity for the goalkeeper. He's completely unmarked actually around the far post.
Yeah.
Would have been able to keep it alive. He looked like he was going to manufacture one of his left-footed volleys, Alonso. Bravo. Good decision to come and just pour it away.
It's all about decisions, isn't it, Sam, for goalkeepers? Do you stick, do you twist, do you rush off the line? You may look a bit silly if that goes wrong, but it works, and he got enough just on the ball to take it away from Alonso. Out of play for another throw.
All in all, very good decision. Alonso would have had a strike at least. It would have been a difficult angle, but very unlikely that Bravo would have been able to hold on to that. So good decision just to palm it. Make sure you got enough on it to clear the 18-yard box.
BBC Radio London Sport on digital here at Wembley. Aguero is trying to pass on this long ball forward. There were 4 Chelsea defenders around him, but Aguero's managed to pick it up, and he shoots left-footed, and this time Caballero goes down to his left and saves. That was a bit alarming. There were 4 Chelsea defenders back, but the ball was only ever going to find Sergio Aguero.
Yeah, one central striker, 2 competitive centre-halves that Chelsea should have out there today. Far too easy. One straight, direct ball shouldn't have a player of Aguero's stature, able to muscle them out and get another shot on the target. Just worry, that is the area, isn't it? Centre half, there's Christensen, of course, to come back in. And there's talk of this chap, is it Pagani from Juventus? That looks like the area where Sarri wants to bolster his squad. Just worry that David Luiz is not going to get back to being a permanent fixture in this Chelsea side.
31 years of age, I suppose. The Chelsea midfielder slash defender. Here's Kyle Walker going down the left-hand side for Manchester City in slightly unusual territory for him, but he's put the ball back in City's control.
And Gary Cahill, I hasten to add.
Yes,
I was days, maybe.
Yeah,
he's not going to play as much, is he?
we were just waiting for you to mention Gary Cahill's name, of course. Although it may be that we're reaching the autumn of the Gary Cahill playing career. It's a stellar career, to be fair to him. He's won everything. Not a lot more he can win. As a club player, certainly.
He'll play games, Nick, but his playing time diminished a little bit during a spell last year, so whether it will be enough to play every now and again, only he knows. You know, he could go on and play in the Premier League for another 5 years, but maybe not a top 4 club.
Chelsea in possession, trailing by a goal to nil here on BBC Radio London. That's with Antonio Rudiger inside the centre circle. Chelsea are trying to make their way back into this game. That pass forward has been opened in by Jorginho, and it goes all the way through to Bravo, who bowls it out quickly, and Bernard Mendy in the roasting sunshine here at Wembley goes bounding towards the halfway line. Sane's been closely trapped by Aspilicueta. It's a good tussle, actually, because no one gets the better of Cesar Aspilicueta as a rule, but if anyone's going to cause him problems on that flank, it is going to be Leroy Sané. That's going to be a very good tussle as well. Laporte and Stones combine at the back for City, and the game has dropped down a notch or two. It is very hot. There is a Premier League fixture set starting next Saturday. Stones rolls this back to Bravo, who uses Kyle Walker, and it's City who've got themselves boxed into their own penalty area at the moment. There's an attempt to relieve the pressure by Foden on the far side, and it goes out of play. Sam, with 20 minutes played, it's a bit harsh to ask this, but these two much talked about youngsters, Callum Hudson-Odoi and Phil Foden, one on each side. How have they got on in this opening 20 minutes? I know it's a small period of time.
Yeah, well, I think Foden, he made the goal, didn't he? He's been nice and tidy, got a nice balance there. I think the balance in Manchester City's midfield is looking a little bit more polished than Chelsea counterparts. Here he goes again.
Yeah, Foden stretching his legs in the Chelsea half, gets it wide on that right-hand side to Mahrez, who's got Alonso for company. Mahrez wriggles away from Alonso down the right-hand side. Alonso's back at him, though. Low cross coming in. Luiz hooks it up in the air. Not a great bit of distance on the clearance. And then the referee spotted an infringement. It's going to be a free kick to Chelsea on the edge of their own penalty area. So we're almost a quarter of the way through the Community Shield. It is still 1-0 to Manchester City. That Sergio Aguero goal after 13 minutes of the contest. Our Premier League programme starts midday on Saturday with coverage of Newcastle against Tottenham Hotspur on digital radio. Join us for that. And then at 3 o'clock we've got a smashing game plan for you, which is Crystal Palace's match at Fulham. Fulham back in the Premier League after their promotion here in the spring. Crystal Palace, of course, surviving and then thriving under Roy Hodgson. And there's been some interesting transfer developments at Palace this week. Fulham have been spreading money around like it's going out of fashion. So an awful lot to talk about in the build-up to that one. You can hear it all here on BBC Radio London. So do join us from midday on digital radio and 2 o'clock on FM on Saturday afternoon as our comprehensive coverage of the Premier League whirs back into life. Here it's still 1-0 to Manchester City, and Chelsea are in possession on the halfway line with David Luiz. Now it's with Alonso on the left, who gives it to Hudson-Odoi. Been well marshalled on that side, but he's wriggled away from two. There's no real way through. Phil Foden just standing in front of him, so Hudson-Odoi goes back to Rudiger on the halfway line, tries to lift it out wide to Alonso, but heading away from the Spaniard is Walker. Mahrez almost picks a battle there with Alonso to get it round him, manages to do so, and now it's City's turn to have possession on the edge of their own penalty area. If you don't mind me saying, folks, at this point in proceedings, it does feel a little bit like a pre-season friendly. Chelsea quite happy with that London advantage. Chelsea not really yet in a position to play with a great deal of fluency. Maybe that'll change. Hudson-Odoi into Barkley. Pass puts Hudson-Odoi in a bit of bother, and he's going to try and scramble it away from Bernardo Silva, and in the end there's a foul, I think by Bernardo Silva on Jorginho as the two of them collided. It's a Chelsea free kick which they play quickly. And again Chelsea get a real mix-up at the back, and here's Aguero fed by Bernardo Silva, and Leroy Sané inside the penalty area, and he's taken a heavy touch, and the goalkeeper Caballero comes off his line and gathers. Once again, chances being served up by Chelsea on a plate.
Jorginho undercooking a pass in midfield, and then away straight away. Aguero to the left, and for once, just a little bit slack, wasn't he? Didn't get the ball quick enough, Sané. The credit, Rudiger and the goalkeeper coming off his line, closing down the angle, both players, and comes to nothing. But Chelsea been slack in possession. There's a big gaping hole there as well. Centre half, midfield, looking a little bit ragged at times.
Jones watching the dugouts. Any development in the Mauricio Sarri psyche that we're building up of him?
Only know that he can't stand on the edge of his technical area for too long without sitting down. It seems that Pep Guardiola is happy in his rather casual t-shirt to stand on the edge of his technical area for the whole time. Gianfranco Zola, of course, down there as well as part of the Chelsea setup. Now, just looking through social media, by the way, Nick, a lot of people surprised that it took Manchester City quite so long for Aguero to score his 200th goal for the club. They feel that Chelsea have basically been sitting back and that Manchester City have been finding this match far too easy.
Well, you see, does it count, you see? Because it's not Premier League.
It doesn't if you lose.
But you know, I was talking to our colleagues in Manchester about whether this counts as his 200th goal in a quote-unquote competitive match. Not very competitive at the moment, is it? I don't mean to keep, but apparently they're counting it, and here come Chelsea and want to reply of their own. Here's Morata inside the penalty area, curling effort that goes wide. A few giggles from the Manchester City supporters. That is as close as Chelsea have come, and we are going to. Well, after the fairly dreary nature of the last 10 minutes, it would appear we're going to have a drinks break. Well, they've hardly been expending themselves, have they, in the last 10 minutes or so? This game's been played at walking pace. And now Pep Guardiola has marched onto the pitch, and John Moss says, get off. And Pep Guardiola says, no, it's all right, I want to have a chat with Fernandinho. So, if we were a commercial organisation, we'd play some adverts at this point, but we can't do that. So instead, with 25 minutes gone, it's interesting what Emma was saying, Sam, about how lacklustre people think Chelsea have been. It has been very much there's been a pre-season element to what we've seen so far.
There has, I think, in the last 10 minutes, Manchester City have been smoother. They've known their roles. It looks like there's not the balance in Chelsea's midfield or at the top end of the pitch. We didn't get onto Hudson-Odoi. What I like about him, even today, Nick, is his maturity. Knowing when to keep the ball, his touch has been secure. He hasn't always looked to get out Kyle Walker because it hasn't been on. It was the one opportunity when Fernandinho did really well, experience, defensive midfield to come over and double up on the young man and nick the ball. But there's been glimmers still. Obviously, I'm keeping a close eye on him, but his touch has been secure. The last free kick, that was one I think ultimately by Fabregas, came from him. Nice little bit of quick play into Ross Barkley. Need to see more from Barkley. Need to see more from Fabregas. And certainly Pedro as well out on his right hand side. So I just think Manchester City look like a more cohesive unit. The midfield have been at it, and of course they've got the master craftsman at the top end of the pitch who does it season after season. They've got a player who never seems to suffer from a confidence problem, and at the other end we've got a player in Morata who I think is lower than a snake's belly at the moment, even though it's pre-season. He's missed a penalty already.
Yes.
There's big question marks about whether he had a future at Chelsea. One goal since Christmas in the Premier League. He needs a goal. Yes, it's pre-season. He needs to go into the season with some level of confidence. Otherwise, I'd be very surprised if he's in the side in front of Olivier Giroud come next weekend.
His last goal in a Chelsea shirt was here in the semi-final against Southampton.
I mean, there's a lot of talk that the manager doesn't fancy Giroud without even seeing him at close quarters. So he wants someone that's active. I think someone that can be quite dynamic in that central role. Maybe Giroud doesn't fall into that category more. Maybe Morata's style of play is actually more suitable to this manager. his babies now. He's had twins, I think, and he's been in the country for a year now. It does take time. Of course, you have to give him that second season, but he needs to get going now.
Well, we're back underway here at Wembley on BBC Radio London, and it's 1-0 to Manchester City thanks to Sergio Aguero's apparent 200th goal for the record books, because this counts when it comes to goals as a competitive game. Well, as I said, it's not been terribly competitive so far. Here have with Aguero on the ball, wide to Mahrez on that right side. Foden clips this into the box, looking for Silva, who tries to get hold of it, and so does Aguero, but it's smuggled away by, well, Fabregas got a touch to it, and after some discussion, it's going to go out for a corner to Manchester City, their first of the game. Did it come off Fabregas last? Yes. That appears to be the answer, and Ezio Sarri grumbles and sits down.
I'll be amazed if this midfield is the midfield that he goes with. I mean, you think you've got Fabregas and Barkley in now. I think they're just too forward thinking at the moment. Foden and Silva, they're up against Jorginho. He's completely outnumbered. There's little spaces appearing all the time, and those two don't have the discipline, I don't think.
This corner's drilled in towards the near post, and it's cleared away by Hudson-Odoi, who, well, seemed to lose possession and then gets awarded a free kick, much to the irritation of Riyad Mahrez. So it's a free kick to Chelsea on the corner of their penalty area. And it's gone a bit quiet inside Wembley Stadium. Maybe some of the people in the crowd are also taking this opportunity to rehydrate. It's another warm day. We are getting quite used to these warm days. I mean, you have to keep drinking plenty of water. Back to Caballero, away to our left, who had 3 seasons at Manchester City, made 48 appearances before the switch to Stamford Bridge. Here's Fabregas on the halfway line. He's going to hoist this forward. A tester here for Walker. And Hudson-Odoi brings it down. He's got Alonso outside him. Exchanges passes with Barkley. Alonso again on that left-hand side. Back to Hudson-Odoi, who's got a bit of space to work with, but Mahrez comes to close him down, so he goes back to the halfway line, and Rudiger, Azpilicueta is on the right-hand side in Chelsea colours. Rudiger again. Luiz and City are just taking this opportunity to say to Chelsea, will you have it for a bit? You run around, dink ball over the top from Jorginho, looking for Fabregas or Morata, over here, gathered by Bravo. Here come Manchester City, and Silva bustles over the halfway line. He does not appear to be affected by the heat at all. He's full of go. Sane dispossessed by Pedro. No foul, says John Moss. Here come Chelsea. Morata lays it off to Pedro, charges forward. He's got Hudson-Odoi outside him, edge of the penalty area, goes for a shot from range, and well wide in the end from the Chelsea youngster. 17 years of age, 2 substitute Premier League appearances last season. He last made an appearance in a Chelsea shirt in a competitive game against Spurs in April. His first sighter, well wide.
Yeah, better Morata shows up there. I think there's been too many balls lofted forward, too many straight balls gone straight through to Bravo that time. Into Morata, popped off for Pedro. It's the right decision for Hudson-Odoi, coming in field, trying to have an effort, swinging it towards that far post, but like Morata's before him, never a danger for the goalkeeper, but slightly better for the trio at the top end of the pitch.
One of Fernandinho's tentacular legs extends there to bring the ball under control and set City moving. Bernard Mendy has it over the halfway line. Sane, the well shackled by Azpilicueta, into Aguero, who's dropped deep, marauding towards the edge of the Chelsea penalty area. Gets challenged by Jorginho, collected by Pedro, who I've now said twice in the space of a minute. I'm not sure I mentioned his name before that. Here he goes over the halfway line. Hudson-Odoi on the left gets held up, checks back in field. Alonso, Barkley now in a central position. Chelsea starting to move forward. Azpilicueta back to Rudiger. Chelsea seeing a lot of the football at the moment. Jorginho back to Rudiger, and Azpilicueta, and Rudiger again. Patient stuff this from Chelsea. Now that the drinks break has re-infused everybody with some energy. Azpilicueta goes down the channel, and Pedro goes to ground. That's a foul by Laporte, who protests frantically at the assistant on the near side. Chelsea free kick. Will they play it short or try and launch it into the box? No, I think it'll be played short. Not a huge commitment into advanced areas, and now the referee's having a word with Bernard Mendy about one thing or another.
Was it a challenge earlier? That maybe reassuringly pats John Moss on both shoulders. I bet referees love that. And then Chelsea take the free kick in the wrong position. Well, he wasn't ready, I don't think. He wasn't ready, John Moss, so it's reset. Just trying to break down all the situations for you here, because as far as the game is concerned, there's not an awful lot to discuss. Jorginho under pressure again in that central third of the field from Fernandinho. Back it goes to Caballero away to our right. He's going to drill it towards the halfway line. Helped on by Fabregas to Morata. Now Barkley wide to Hudson-Odoi up against Walker. This will be interesting. Hudson-Odoi races at the England fullback and cuts in field. He's run a long way. He shoots straight at Bravo, spills it, and it's clipped away by Stones. Well, that was by some distance the most interesting thing Chelsea have done all game. And it's a 17-year-old Callum Hudson-Odoi who took Kyle Walker, one of the best defenders on the continent, out to lunch. Yeah, it's good play. I think Alonso helped there though, made an overlapping run. Kyle Walker was aware of that. One eye on the wide player, kind of allowed Hudson-Odoi to come in field into the bodies. Didn't get the pace really or the direction on the strike, but Bravo still made a hash of it, spilt it. Unfortunately for Chelsea, no player there to mop up and turn it home, but good play from Hudson-Odoi, and that will do his confidence some good as we approach half-time.
Chelsea have had a shot on target, which that's their first after some fairly speculative efforts. Here's Pedro on the right-hand side. As you say, Sam, maybe that will infuse some of these Chelsea players with a little bit more belief. So far it's been one-way traffic in the main in this first 45 minutes. The goal from Sergio Aguero separating the two sides as Alonso moves over the halfway line once again down that left flank. Jorginho combines with Alonso and Fabregas once again, and Barkley's also in there. Morata sent it back to Rudiger on halfway. Here's Azpilicueta. Pedro, who we have seen a bit more of after an anonymous first half an hour or so. Rudiger will clip it out wide to Alonso on that left flank. Chelsea, whilst moving the ball swiftly, aren't really making much progress. Maybe they will now as Alonso comes in field. Fernandinho again, so strong, no foul, says John Moss. He was right next to Fernandinho as he made the challenge. And here come City over the halfway line with Bernardo Silva. He's run an awful long way, and Mahrez has it now, takes a heavy touch, and Luiz nips in and takes it away from him. That's the second time a City player inside the Chelsea penalty area has failed to control the football properly to enable them to shoot.
Silva's close control again, just mesmerising, showing Azpilicueta the ball, just trying to lay a glove on him, feeds out to Mahrez. I think he's caught in two minds in it. I think he's thinking about just whipping that first time, and ultimately couldn't saw his feet out, heavy touch, and Luiz able to recover, but stretched again Chelsea. That was a good chance to work the goalkeeper and potentially stretch their lead.
And you can imagine the Manchester City hierarchy looking at that and saying, £60 million? Can't control the ball in the penalty area? Whose idea was this? The ball goes out for a goal kick, which Willy Caballero is going to take. And we've got 9 minutes of this first half still to go here on BBC Radio London. It's Nick Godwin, Emma Jones and Sam Parkin in the commentary position at Wembley Stadium. 78 days after Chelsea's FA Cup triumph. And there is a very different feel to this game, I have to tell you. The second half got quite punchy, as I recall. That cup final, Sam, there was Manchester United tried to kind of old pro Chelsea, it didn't work. Here comes Chelsea coming forward with Barkley over the halfway line, runs into Mendy. And now Pedro is going to try and feed Morata, but I think it hit an ankle, possibly John Stones' ankle. It's like the ball was changed and it goes through to Bravo away to our right. City again get themselves slightly boxed into their own half as the distribution takes a little while to get going. Here's Barkley for Chelsea, 15 yards inside the City half of the field. He's going to clip it out wide to Hudson-Odoi. Here comes to close him down. Hudson-Odoi twists away from him once, dances into the penalty area. Lovely skill from the youngster, still going. Set back now to Alonso in the crossing position, clipped in towards the far post, but claimed by the goalkeeper. But yes, the ability with the football is evident from Callum Hudson-Odoi, Sam.
Yeah, no sign of him. No sign of nerves really. He's playing against one of the most outstanding fullback over the last few years in this country, and he's getting at him. He wants to get one-on-one with him, wants to isolate him. I'd like to see him actually when the ball's a little bit deeper, just stretching his legs and looking. There's players in that Chelsea team, Louise and Rudiger, can hit those long diagonals. Maybe just ask a few more questions. He's taken it to feet a lot and got at him one-on-one, but maybe just see if they get into a real foot race over the top. It'd be a better opportunity to march a few yards on Carl Walker.
Is that Chelsea's best attacking avenue at the moment?
Yes, Nick. And I mean, we're talking about a 17-year-old kid here, so that tells you that it's a big opportunity, I think, for Ross Barkley this afternoon. Not been on the ball enough at all. Pedro's obviously here for another year. He signed his new contract, but you need more from the likes of them, because at the moment it's heavily reliant on there being overload on this side of the pitch and being able to switch it, freeing up some space for him to get out Carl Walker. So he's been the bright spark certainly in the last 10 minutes. Unfortunately, he's not been able to really work the goalkeeper because he's had two presented opportunities which he'll probably feel he should have done better with.
Morata coming forward. Pedro, edge of the City penalty area, plays this ball early for Morata, but watching it with Stones, I think we might, I use the word might heavily here, see some sort of Chelsea change. Although there's no activity on the bench at the moment. Emma Jones will keep an eye on that for us, but there was a television shot of a Chelsea substitute being spoken to fairly extensively by Maurizio Sarri. And now there is all peace and quiet. So maybe not. Maybe I've just imagined it. It's very hot. Delirium might be setting in. But we'll keep an eye on that. And certainly, given what you've outlined just then, the fact that the best piece of attacking potency from Chelsea has come from a 17-year-old who's only played 2 substitute appearances in the Premier League in his entire career, might be something that the new Chelsea manager wants to address. No, it doesn't look as though we are going to see a change. Maybe I am imagining things. The rest of the game should be fun, folks. Goodness knows what will happen. Pedro races forward, but plucked out of the air by Claudio Bravo. And it's bowled out to Fernandinho, who is challenged by Fabregas. And can Pedro get there? No. Fernandinho reacts quickly, takes it away from Pedro, who's gone down injured. And Bernard Mendy has knocked it out of play so that we can have some treatment. It's all settled down on the Chelsea bench, so nothing for Emma to report on just yet. But certainly Benjamin Mendy there went in with a little challenge on Pedro, and he has sustained some sort of... It was Fernandinho, beg your pardon, who made that challenge, and it's when the game restarts it'll be a throw, and I think he's going to be all right. So still City leading by a goal to nil. 5 minutes of this first half to go, and City once again sticking with the formula and are just playing it out from the back. And the atmosphere has gone a little bit dilute inside Wembley Stadium. It's the only thing that is dilute. But yes, everyone's just kind of settled down, and maybe we are waiting for half-time for changes to be made. It's back with Bravo again. He's not really being challenged by anybody, so he just wellies it long. Does the City goalkeeper. We don't see that very often. Rudiger tidies up. Connected by Pedro, who shrugged off that little knock. And David Luiz will lift it out wide to Marcus Alonso on that left flank. He's going to try and release Hudson-Odoi, who's been the one bright spark for Chelsea, and he's racing down that left side, but Walker is hard at him, and that's nicely done from Kyle Walker. Just sends the ball into the heels of the Chelsea youngster, and it goes out for a goal kick. Well, he really is the bright spark, isn't he? We're willing him forward down that left side, but he is dealing with Kyle Walker, who is one of the best at handling this sort of thing.
Yeah, I mean, I think that's the difficulty there. If you try and go on the outside, you're never going to get beyond Kyle Walker. So that's why he's tended to drift infield. Hudson-Odoi, he's linked it well, and he's had a couple of efforts, but I'd just like to see him going a little bit earlier, and that means Chelsea going a bit more direct, just turn them round and and if Hudson-Odoi come towards the ball and then spin in behind and try and catch Kyle Walker unawares, because if you get into a foot race when he can see the ball, it's only going to be one winner. But no, it's been a fascinating little tussle, and I'm sure Kyle Walker will have approved of his opponent's display so far.
Here he goes again, Hudson-Odoi, and he offloads early to Morata, who gets closed down by 3 City defenders. This time, Hudson-Odoi deciding to cut infield. That's brilliant from Foden to bring it away from Manchester City. Mendy has it and clips the ball forward. And now Foden gets him wide to Mahrez on that right side. City have entered the penalty area. Mahrez will twist away and he fires this towards goal, and it's claimed by Willy Caballero. Once again, Chelsea have got it out to Hudson-Odoi. The message has got through that that's the best way Chelsea are going to open Manchester City up. He's offloaded to a more senior partner in Cesc Fabregas, who marauders forward, tries to feed Morata, who may well have been offside. Sam Parkin grimaces, because if he had offloaded Fabregas, then Morata, who was pretty much looking along the line, would have been caught in an offside position. It's going to be another free kick to City now, because Rudiger has committed a foul inside the City half of the field. And we have got 90 seconds of the first half to go. We will, of course, have some added on time because of the drinks break that took place 20 minutes ago. But I'm not sure there's going to be a massive rush for the tea bars, because, to be fair, I think everyone's already been. The Chelsea end is empty furiously at the moment, just to try and get a little extra liquid in one form or another, you know, whatever you choose to cool yourself down with on a hot day. Again, that's decent from Bernardo Silva. Well, initially he thought he was fouled as the ball was taken away from him by Pedro. Just to be able to operate in very small, confined spaces. Bernardo Silva just emerges with the football when it really doesn't look an option. David Luiz has it on the halfway line. Rudiger, under no real pressure, clips it long. Barkley is the man who gets forward and heads this one forward, trying to release Pedro down the left, but it runs away from him. Pedro essentially runs out of pitch, and it goes out for a goal kick to be taken by Claudio Bravo. It's BBC Radio London on this Sunday afternoon. Thank you for joining us for our appetizer for the Premier League season, which gets underway next week. Our fourth official is coming up to let us know how long will be added on for stoppages. It's Mr. Paul Tierney, who has the honour of holding the board up. We're going to have 2 minutes. Basically, this is the 2 minutes from the drinks break. As Bravo clears downfield. Just seeing some shots of some of the Manchester City subs absolutely wilting in the heat. They look like a bunch of flowers that you've forgotten to water on holiday, and they've come back and they've all kind of sagged. Everyone needs a good watering at the interval. Clip long for Chelsea. Morata after it. Oh, and then it's allowed to run over his head by Bravo, and he gathers the ball with Morata behind him. Oh, that was one of the more, possibly the only comedy moment we've had of this first half. Bravo sauntered out of his goal to claim the ball. It bounced over his head, and he had to scamper backwards. We could have played the clown music. That would have been deeply insulting, and we wouldn't dream of doing that. The days of us putting sound effects on football commentary are not here yet. I say yet, but if he's going to do that too often, we may need either the clown music or the Benny Hill music. There's a block by Aspilicueta as Benjamin Mendy tries to charge down that left-hand side, out for a throw. He's now played a minute of stoppage time. There's one more to go. City still lead by a goal to Is it Ederson? Yes, poor old Ederson really looked as though I hope he's got some back to 50 on as well, because he looks a bit red. The fact that he's wearing an orange goalkeeping outfit probably doesn't help us think he's got a little touch of the sun. I was going to say he's not going to come on, but if he were to come on in the second half, the City goalkeeper will still be in the sun, because Claudio Bravo has been in the shade for the first half of this Community Shield. This is Pep Guardiola's 5th appearance as a manager at Wembley, and pleasingly they've all been in different competitions. So this is his first Community Shield appearance. He's also played in the Champions League here in 2011.
in the FA Cup of 2017. That means he must have played in Champions League the next day, so that this statistic's already blown out of the water. He's also played in the League Cup and in the Premier League as well in 2018. So he's getting quite used to this place, and his side at the interval lead by a goal to nil here on BBC Radio London. Sergio Aguero with the only goal of the game after 13 minutes, fed by Foden, the youngster that everyone's very interested in seeing in a City shirt, and he drilled the ball between Willy Caballero and his left hand upright. Caballero is getting a nice coating of...
Right, so it's half-time, 1-0 to Man City. Make sure to subscribe. We have got our goal of 600 subscribers, and we have gained over 50 subscribers this first half, so thank you for that. So our next goal is 700 subscribers. It is half-time now, so I'm going to put on some music. Come back in 15 minutes when the second half does begin again. Right, second half is started. Just gonna put the commentary back on.
To the left wing. That's how they seem to be lining up at the moment. Keep an eye on it as ball is cleared away by Caballero up to the halfway line. Chelsea now playing from right to left as we look down. Caballero's in the cool of the shade, having been in the glare of the sunlight in the first half, and it's Claudio Bravo who's got the sun in his eyes now for the second period as Callum Hudson-Odoi tries to turn in field of Bernardo Silva, and he's tackled, and the ball goes out for a throw into Chelsea, left-hand side for them and for Marcos Alonso.
I'm not sure if that's going to, if that's going to help City at all. Bernardo Silva being out there.
It's Pedro, controls the ball on the right-hand side, tries to cross. Mendy is over to block it with his body. Pedro gets another opportunity, and this time Bravo comes out to the edge of his 6-yard box and commands it high in the air. That's excellent distribution to release Gundogan immediately forward towards Aguero. And Gundogan has got this mask on, a protective mask covering his face. He looks like that character in the recent Batman movie at the moment, down there. You can't see any of his features, and it's a big mask, isn't it? Not just covering his eyes, it's down over his cheekbones and almost to his mouth as well, as Chelsea sling it out to the far side to Pedro. I'll give you a reminder of the teams in full in just a moment. Chelsea looking for a way back into a game in which they have struggled to create chances for so far. They're going to lose it here. It's been won by Foden. He helps it on to Aguero. Here's a chance for City. Aguero drags it across the face of goal. He dribbled into the penalty area, but it wasn't a clean strike. It's wide. It's still Chelsea 0, Manchester City 1.
Yeah, he was just trying to create an angle. David Luiz wouldn't allow it, and Aguero, like I was going to say many centre forwards. Very few centre forwards can do what he does. Alan Shearer was one of those men that could shoot between defenders' legs, and you could see that he was trying to do that. David Luiz didn't commit, and I think it's really good defending there from David Luiz, being patient, because if you make one mistake and you're marking Aguero, he will put the ball in the back of the net.
The Batman character I'm thinking of is Bane. He was the one who had the face mask on. Gundogan, who's got that protection because of a nose operation that he had in the summer to improve his breathing, which instantly reminds me of when Robbie Fowler used to wear those little bandages over his nose. Do you remember? That was to improve his breathing.
I never did try them. I wonder if they did actually work.
I'm going to say, given that no one else tried them, probably not.
Yeah, but you know what? He didn't get the name God for no reason.
Well, no, that is true. That is absolutely true. Do you remember how long ago? That's probably 2 decades ago now. Robbie Fowler with the little plaster over his nose. But nowadays they have operations. Here comes Morata for Chelsea. Tries to take it in his stride. Stones did ever so well. He got in. He put himself between the player and the ball, and that allowed the goalkeeper Bravo to come out and clear the ball away. It's been a high-tempo Community Shield. It's continuing that pattern here at the start of the second half. Let's quickly try and rattle through the teams. Chelsea with Caballero in goal. It's a back 4. Azpilicueta right back. Rudiger, Luiz, and Alonso. In midfield, Jorginho, the new Italian signing, over £50 million, with Fabregas and Barkley. As here comes Pedro on the attack, runs into Emerick Laporte. Chelsea want the free kick. Referee says play on. Jorginho's with Fabregas and Barkley in the midfield, and Chelsea have got Pedro and Hudson-Odoi either side of Morata. As here comes City, Mendy down the left, gets to the ball of the byline, whips it across. He had built up such a head of steam to get there. He overcooks the cross. It sails over everyone and goes out for a Chelsea throw.
Yeah, that's a defender's cross. With all due respect, I was a defender myself. That is definitely a defender's cross. He sprinted 50, 60 yards to get into that final third position, and when he got there, he crossed it like he was still going at 100 miles an hour. That's when you've got to take the brakes off. That's when you've got to be a bit cultured and put the ball into a dangerous area. But what Chelsea did do there, I know they got caught in possession, but Chelsea did try and play a little bit quicker and got themselves half an attack. If they can keep doing that, use the ball better, use it quicker, they might create more chances.
Here is Phil Foden, who set up the goal for Aguero the first time. He's played it through again. What a ball from Foden. Aguero around the goalkeeper. And side netting from Aguero. He did everything right until the last shot, but a brilliant pass from Phil Foden, the teenager, to set up what could have been a second goal for Manchester City.
Yeah, I'm just waiting for the replay to come here on the screen. I'm not sure. Is he onside? Is he offside? He's actually onside. He's a good yard onside as well. And he's gone one-on-one, and you know what he's thinking. As a centre forward, I'm thinking to myself, is he wanting to go with the outside of his right boot here? As I'm looking from behind the goalkeeper now, he does think about it. Keeper does very well. Very well. Makes him go to an angle which he just can't score. Really good patient goalkeeping, but if I had a quid, I'd have put it on Aguero to score that goal.
Two things to say about that. One, Chelsea defence terrible. I mean, how's he allowed in one-on-one like that? And you know, as you say, it looked like he must have been miles offside. They all pushed up as he ran forward. But number two, I think there's a bit of insider trading there. Willie Caballero has been involved in countless training sessions as a teammate of Sergio Aguero. They played together at City. They've been with the national team at Argentina, and you just get the feeling he's been in those one-on-one situations so many times with Aguero. He knew exactly what to do.
Yeah, and you know it's great keeping. He's done his homework on his teammate, and yeah, he made it difficult for Aguero. He normally comes out on top, Aguero, with these situations, but fair play to the keeper on that one. He stood up for a long time. He made it difficult for his national teammate, and he's kept his team in this game. I know they're one down, but he's kept them in it.
Good start to the league season for Neil Lennon and Hibs. They lead Motherwell by 3-0. Martin Boyle with the latest of the goals early in the second half there. That, as this game did, started at 3 o'clock. Earlier on today in the Scottish Premiership, Stephen Sherwood got his first game in the league as Rangers manager, and they were held to a draw at Aberdeen. Aberdeen won, Rangers won. We brought you commentary of that here on 5 Live. After the live action here at Wembley, we'll have 6:06. Caroline Barker joined by Chris Sutton, looking back at the Community Shield, looking forward to the start of the Premier League season, which begins on Friday. Here come Manchester City. Aguero into the penalty area. He's dragged Rudiger away. Foden, chance to shoot low down to the goalkeeper's left. Good save, Caballero. Phil Foden knocking on the door for what would be his first goal for Manchester City.
You see, that's Bernardo Silva is playing more in a wide right position. He plays the ball to Aguero. Foden goes to support. Now, if you can imagine that was done in the first half, that would have been Mahrez supporting. And there you've got a one-on-one with Mahrez, a little bit more goal, a little bit more skill. Not a rabbit in the headlight when it comes to hitting the target and chances. Foden sort of snatched at it, didn't quite catch it right. If that was Mahrez, I fancied them to score and go 2 up.
It feels like Phil Foden has been given a lot of responsibility here. He's playing the kind of location that David Silva would normally play in the team.
Yeah.
He's got that central role, the closer that happens to say a number 10. If Aguero, I know he's got number 10 on his back, but if Aguero's the number 9, Foden at the moment's playing like the number 10. He's got Bernardo Silva to his right, he's got Mahrez to his left, and he's been asked to pull the strings of the hole there. Jorginho's got to keep close to it. That could have been the moment for Phil Foden to score a goal for City at Wembley. Here comes Benjamin Mendy, long strides, surging up over the halfway line. Fabregas sprints back to try and keep tabs on it. City come infield to Fernandinho, back out to Riyad Mahrez, and then back to the halfway line again, and Emerick Laporte. And then Manchester City give it out to Mendy once again. Great ball infield, and just as Mahrez tried to control it, it sort of came off his shin or his thigh, and he couldn't get a firm touch on it with his foot, and that spills away from him, and Chelsea regain possession. It's been such a busy start to the second half. Not giving you the City team. Claudio Bravo, the goalkeeper. Defenders Kyle Walker, John Stones, Emerick Laporte, and Benjamin Mendy. In the midfield now, it's Fernandinho and Gundogan in sort of holding roles. Foden's the number 10. He's got one side of him, Bernardo Silva, the other side, Riyad Mahrez, and Sergio Aguero, who scored the only goal of the game so far, his 200th goal for Manchester City. 1-0 how it stands at Wembley. Dion Dublin.
Yeah, I'm finding it difficult to see still out here on the right-hand side, having been the best player in the first half for City. And I think what that's given Chelsea is a little bit of light within that midfield there. They're starting to take charge of that midfield, Chelsea.
Fabregas to Azpilicueta, not a bad cross at all, but there's no one arriving at the back post. All the same, no chances taken by Kyle Walker. He puts it out for a corner. Corner to Chelsea in the sunshine, left-hand side as they come forward.
Yeah, while it's only one as well, while there's only one goal in this, you know, obviously Chelsea have got every chance, but City have had enough chances to make it 2, maybe even 3 certain occasions, but when it's 1.
Fabregas with the corner in swinging. Morata leaning in on the goalkeeper Claudio Bravo, who's able to punch it away. Chelsea have committed a lot of players forward here. Very important that Jorginho won that header, but Gundogan then picks it up for City. Helps it on to Riyad Mahrez. What a lovely flick that was. Oh, it was almost perfect, and then it hit Aguero on his side. Aguero was running it was almost right into his stride, and it just hit his hip. And otherwise, we would have been oozing about what an assist that might have been. speed from Mahrez.
Yeah, you know, Morris there just flicking out his left foot. And Aguero knew he couldn't take it first time, so Aguero tried to move out the way to let it bounce because there was a bit of spin on the ball. He was going to take it in his path, and he just couldn't get out of the way. And yes, we would have been talking about that one for a long time.
By the way, the one goal of the game so far scored by Sergio Aguero. You can watch that goal right now on the BBC Sport website. You can also rate the performances of the players today. Go to the BBC Sport website. It'll be very prominent there to watch both the highlights, the best action so far, and also to give your ratings of the performances. Manchester City have got a player, John Stones, just slowly getting back to his feet after a collision. Play resuming around him. Chelsea 0, Manchester City 1. City holding on to possession while they know Stones has got a question mark over him. The ball now played to John Stones. He's all right. Laporte to Stones to Walker and on to Bernardo Silva on the right wing, who veers infield. Marcos Alonso tracks after it. Ball played back to Laporte in space in the sunshine on the far side. Here is Riyad Mahrez. Mendy up ahead of Mahrez at the moment and made a burst forward. Manchester City are patient and they hold on to it here around the halfway line. Kyle Walker into Fernandinho in the centre circle. Morata sprints back to make a challenge at him and commits a foul. So that's a free kick to Manchester City.
Fernandinho there, he just sort of patrols the area just in front of his defence, and he's always available, looking to just try and get the ball off, then maybe give it them back, maybe turn on the ball. He's not had much joy turning yet.
Another backheel volley by Mahrez right into the path of Aguero, who returns it to the Algerian. City trying to come forward on the left-hand side. Pedro works hard to regain possession, and Chelsea should be able to clear it away. Well, I don't mind admitting that I don't know anything about hockey, but as an Irishman, I am fully signed up to the bandwagon of the Irish women being in the World Cup final today. That gets underway in about 15 minutes' time. We'll have commentary on 5 Live Sports Extra to begin with. We'll then switch over to pick up on 5 Live as the ball is played forward by David Luiz into the penalty area. Kyle Walker gets there first and heads it back to Claudio Bravo. Amazing story in that hockey is that Ireland's Megan Fraser is out. She's got a leg injury. They only played the semi-final yesterday, which went to penalties, so you can imagine that they'll be really patching up players to play. But Emily Beattie has been flown out today and goes straight into the team for a World Cup final. Into the squad, into the team. Don't forget, coverage 4:30 on 5 Live Sports Extra. Here in Wembley, Gundogan with long strides. Oh, that's a brilliant ball to Bernardo Silva, just outside the penalty area. Here's Aguero! Inevitable! 2-0! Manchester City, irrepressible. Chelsea in trouble now. The 2 goals from Sergio Aguero, and that is number 201 in a City shirt. Nobody's ever scored that many in that shirt before. Chelsea 0, Manchester City 2.
It's that man Bernardo Silva finding his way into the centre of the pitch again, making sure that he chooses the right pass at the right time with the right amount of weight on. He knows his centre forward so well. He knows Sergio Aguero's got to stay onside. He rolls it into his path. He doesn't have to touch it. He doesn't have to change stride at all. And Sergio Aguero, I'm afraid his teammate had no chance this time, makes it 2.
Welcome to English football, Maurizio Sarri. And some evidence of the task up against the new Chelsea manager. The power of Manchester City there, how they turn defence into attack. And they really do almost make it look easy. Just roll into the penalty area. Aguero tucks it beyond the goalkeeper, 2-0.
Well, you know, Chelsea attacked there with numbers. They really did. They attacked with, 5 and 6 numbers, and they got forward. And they had it pinched by John Stones. He came out of the ball, John Stones, and they played. And those 6 players that attacked didn't quite get back. And I was watching when Aguero struck the ball, there was only about 2 or 3 players that had made it back to try and defend. They were all shattered. So, yeah, City, again, on the break, lightened.
City fans dancing the pulse now, turning their backs to the field of play, linking arms around shoulders, bouncing up and down. 2-0 to Manchester City, and what they hope will be the start of another exciting season after blowing the opposition out of the way in the Premier League last campaign. Can Pep Guardiola do it again? And in the meantime, Juliet Ferrington, what is Maurizio Sarri going to do to try and turn this game around?
Double substitution, and in fairness, Sarri was going to make that substitution before Aguero scored that second goal. Double substitution coming on. Danny Drinkwater's now on, and so too Willian. There will also be another drinks break in the second half, and that's coming in the 70th minute.
Thanks very much, Juliet. So Drinkwater comes on for Fabregas, and Willian replaces Hudson-Odoi. Willian, with whom there's been much speculation this summer as to whether or not he'll remain a Chelsea player. We saw him play for Brazil at the World Cup, Dion. You have to assume Sarri would want to keep Willian or have a fantastic replacement to allow him go.
Yeah, you know, one of those players that he always seems to deliver. Always seems to deliver. He always gives you a goal threat or an assist threat. Along with Hazard, you know, I think, you know, Chelsea's best two players do what it takes to keep him here, do what it takes to keep him in the Premier League. Far too good to do. We don't want to keep losing great players.
Let me give you some stats on Willian from last season. We're not missing any play here. It's been halted due to an injury. He played in all competitions last season 55 games. This is a very consistent player. He scored more goals and provided more assists combined last season than any previous campaign for Chelsea, even their title-winning years. So he's showing signs of improvement. Willian, a player who you would imagine would be one of the first names on the team sheet as a Chelsea manager. But I guess the speculation about all the top performers with Hazard and Courtois also in that bracket.
You know, it's you know, I think Chelsea have got to be careful now that they champions a couple of years ago. They want to get back to where they feel they belong. And I think if you keep getting rid of outstanding footballers like that, then I think you really find it difficult to get back to where you need to be.
I spoke to a Chelsea fan before kick-off who said, why is Willian on the bench and Pedro starting? He absolutely couldn't understand it. At Wembley, Chelsea 0, Manchester City 2. Alonso heads it away. Both goals here scored by Sergio Aguero. Phil Foden's had a part in both of them. It was Bernardo Silva, the final pass into the penalty area for the second goal. And the shadow begins to creep further and further up the pitch as the sun moves. And now we've got all of the Chelsea half in shade and all of the Manchester City half in glaring sunlight. And there's something appropriate about that because City is shining and Chelsea look a bit dull.
Yes, but you know, on the reverse, that's going to help Chelsea. It really is. If they can get some balls into the box, the keeper might not be able to see it 100%. But it's not their way. They like to play through teams. They like to create chances.
Ball on the top for City. Mahrez scampering after it. He is offside. Aspilicueta probably would have got there first anyway. One solitary beach ball is being bounced around in the air by Manchester City fans. And at the moment it's probably gaining more attention than the ball that's on the pitch. As Caballero rolls it out low to the right-hand side to Rudiger. Chelsea pinned back at the moment. Gundogan applying the pressure. Rudiger's clearance goes straight to Mendy. Chelsea not on the races so far. Here is Fernandinho into Aguero, who's on a hat-trick now, remember. He's scored a lot of goals against Chelsea over the years. He turns around 180 degrees, rolls it back to Kyle Walker. Walker with a little 1-2 with Fernandinho. Manchester City fully in control now. Aguero shrugs off Willian, goes around David Luiz. Foden takes it off him. Gundogan tries to get it back to Aguero. That was so intricate into the penalty area, but eventually Drinkwater clears it away for Chelsea.
Yeah, you can see what Gundogan was trying to do there, just trying to get Sergio Aguero his third goal. I think maybe he could have taken a shot on himself and wrapped it in at some pace. So just trying to feel it into Aguero's pace. I see Willian there. Willian's one of the strongest players in the Chelsea side when it comes to physical strength. And he just got bounced off. Aguero said, "Get off me, I'm stronger than you." Bounced off Aguero. Aguero goes for his third goal. Didn't quite get on that occasion, but he's hungry for it, Aguero.
That was Catalan-style tiki-taka football from Manchester City there. The surge into the penalty area by Aguero. Foden almost took it off his teammate, but then returned it. And then Gundogan tried to lay the final pass into Aguero, but it was just cut out. Here come Manchester City again. Glorious ball, but again, Mahrez is offside, and he complains about that, and he doesn't think he was. But that pass must have travelled 60 yards, and it was almost perfect.
You can't do that. If you're playing left wing and you're getting a ball diagonally from that right back to you at left wing, and you're the closest person to that touchline, you should never, ever be offside, because you can see right down the back four of Chelsea. He should know when to be onside and when to be offside. That is poor play, and that's twice now. And twice City could have had two chances if he'd have just taken time to go 2 yards back, then 3 yards forward.
It's a high-profile day for Riyad Mahrez. Many of our listeners will be interested to hear how he's doing. I mean, he's had some sublime touches, but he's had some careless touches too.
Yeah, no, he's been on the ball. He's been great. He's been great. I just think he's just got to get into his mind that if he can do a little bit of hard work without the ball, when he gets the ball, it's going to be easier.
Right, are Chelsea going to get back into this? We've 25 minutes to go. Let's see what Pedro can do here. Right-hand side, controls it, he starts. Left-footed shot, no power and wide. He was slightly off balance as he hit it. He was in the D, but it's the first shot in a long time that Chelsea have produced.
Yeah, there was a moment there when the ball just came loose to Pedro, sort of inside right position. He's just coming towards the corner of the D, takes it down with his touch, and it's bouncing lovely for him. I'm thinking to myself, go on, volley this. And he takes another touch, goes onto his weaker left foot, and nothing comes of it. There was a chance there we could have really put some power behind the shot.
City play their way out from the back. Walker through Foden to John Stones. It's going to be fascinating to see if Phil Foden can become a regular part of the team this season for Manchester City. Mahrez has it now on the left wing. Mendy's got on the overlap on him. Mahrez sends it into the penalty area. Rudiger with the header, and then Barkley controls on the edge of the penalty area, and Chelsea should be able to clear it away. They do through Alonso, but he gives it away so cheaply there to Kyle Walker. Chelsea not protecting the ball. Foden skips away from Drinkwater. He's enjoying himself down there, the English teenager. Here's a chance for a shot. Cross the face of goal and wide. Riyad Mahrez close to his first competitive Manchester City goal.
Yeah, Mahrez stepped into more of a centre forward or centre midfield role there, 25 yards out. Mendy again, he ran 30 yards in an overlap to try and get the ball on the left wing. Mahrez decided to take the shot on. You know, confidence is growing in this City side, completely growing. Chelsea look a little bit leggy at the moment, but they can't get about the pitch.
Chelsea 0, Manchester City 2, both goals by Sergio Aguero. Laporte on the halfway line for Manchester City to the masked Gundogan. Laporte again in field 2, John Stones. John Stones, whose reputation I think went up a notch for his performances with England at the World Cup. He's maybe took a little while to settle in at Manchester City, but I don't think there's any doubt that he's one of the first choice defenders there. Now, when Vincent Kompany is fit, he'll always be named in the team, you would imagine. Here comes City again, ball over the top. This time it's offside. Now, Dion Dublin, where you're sitting, was almost exactly level with that. If you were the assistant, was your flag going
You know what, I was looking at the assistant, and he must have had 20 decisions going through. Is it not? Is it not? Shall I not? And, you know, I look at the replay now, and if that's connection, I think he might be. No, he's off. But you know, I don't get that rule actually, waiting for the player to get close to the ball, then they become active. Sergio Aguero sprints there to get onto the ball. He really gives it a good sprint. What if he pulls a hamstring? I'm having a word with that linesman, let me tell you.
Manchester City are going to make a change, and it's the new man, the debutant, Riyad Mahrez, who makes way. And the bad news for Chelsea trailing 2-0 is that it's the Brazilian striker Gabriel Jesus who's coming on. So Mahrez leaves, I would say muted applause. That is not a standing ovation or anything like it from City fans. They've given him an applause, but that's it. He's yet to completely wow them. But now City have got Aguero and Gabriel Jesus up front.
Yes, because most of the City fans are still doing the positive. They can't see who's coming on and they can't see who's coming off. They're enjoying themselves at the moment, the City fans, even though they are in the shade. And I think they'll be happy with their team's performance so far. They look confident, they look confident in possession, they look fit as well, they look organised. Chelsea have had their moments. Chelsea, they have created a couple of half chances. Morata, for me, has got to do a little bit more.
Drinks break here at Wembley on a very hot day, so our chance to nip back to Lytham, Women's British Open, Ian Carter.
Well, Georgia Hall has cut the deficit to just a single stroke. A par at the 8th was enough. That's because leader Pornanong Patlam drove into trouble down that 8th hole. It led to a bogey, which pulls her back to 16 under par. With Hall in a bunker at the short 9th off the tee. She's only one shot behind, 15 under par, the leader at 16.
Thanks very much, Ian. Here at Wembley, Chelsea 0, Manchester City 2, and in the Challenge Cup semi-final, it's now Warrington 26, Leeds 12. Coverage of that continues on the BBC Sport website, because on Sports Extra they're about to start in the Hockey World Cup final, Ireland against the Netherlands. So everyone's had a little drink, everyone's ready to go. Big 22 minutes remaining. Gabriel Jesus on for Mahrez.
Yeah, I think Morata might have just come off actually. I think they made a sneaky little substitution there, Chelsea, without anybody knowing. Morata off and Tammy Abraham has just come on. the number 19 shirt on.
Tammy Abraham, who scored goals for Fulham at Bristol City 2 seasons ago, was at Swansea last season, didn't quite set the world alight, 5 Premier League goals, but we know he's a talent, and certainly underage level for England, he's been great.
Yeah, he has. I like him as a player. You know, he always gets himself into goal-scoring positions, even if he misses a couple of chances.
Here's Willian, Chelsea's earlier substitute, trying to break into the Manchester City penalty area. Now, Laporte was clever there. He stood his ground on the edge of the penalty area. He didn't move left, right. He didn't do it, but he was clearly blocking Willian.
Yeah.
So where does that mean? He didn't move. So he'll say, well, if you want to run into me, that's not me doing anything wrong.
No, exactly. Just tucked his arms in, put them down across the run of Willian. That, for me, I'm just watching the replay. Stones had the ball there. Stones gives the ball away very carelessly. There's not a pass on. He is waving his arms about as if to say, come on, help me out. But that was the Stones of old, gambling. You know, I thought he got rid of that little gambling trait within his game. He have not seen it for a long, long time. He is getting better. He's now growing into a man, playing a man's game. He's got better, making the right decisions. If he can just get that out of his game, we've got a world-class centre-half on our hands.
So both teams have brought on strikers. Here's Manchester City. Gabriel Jesus immediately kicked off the field by Rudiger. Referee just waited for a moment to see what was going to happen there, but Rudiger came across, and that was a welcome to the game to Gabriel Jesus. Here, have that, bang.
It was, yeah. He's flying down the left wing, and Jesus just waited and waited, and he waited for Rudiger just to make that lunging sort of movement towards him, and he nudged it by him, and there he committed to the tackle and put him in what we like to call row Z.
The last time I saw a Brazilian roll on the ground like that on the side of a pitch was in Samara alongside UTL Dublin when Neymar was up to his theatrics. But I think Gabriel Jesus still has 2 twists more than he needed today. He didn't need the second and third roll, you know. Okay, you've been kicked, but he's still spinning.
Yeah, I think Neymar's still rolling as we look now. If he went back to Russia, he'd still be rolling.
71 minutes on the clock. The Community Shield at 5 live. 2-0 to Manchester City. Both goals from Aguero. Gundogan with the free kick from the left-hand side. Plays it in. Foden to the back post across the face of goal. And even though it was about to be grabbed by the goalkeeper Caballero, David Luiz was taking no chances. He heads it out for a corner.
Yeah, David Luiz does the right thing. Foden just trying to keep it in play. And David Luiz just being a defender. Getting rid of the danger. And then you can have a chat with your goalkeeper saying, listen, let me get rid of the danger first. So we've got no crosswires.
Bernardo Silva rolls it short to Phil Foden, having a fine game here at Wembley. Walker into the penalty area. Aguero on the far post hits it. Saved by Caballero. Well, he could easily have scored 4 in this game. His international teammate Caballero has denied Sergio Aguero again. Good technique, shot on target, kept it low. Caballero made the save.
Yeah, Aguero there. He's just finding those little pockets of space in between the 2 centre-halves. Right at this moment, City have got a throw on the right side. Aguero's out left wing. Just staying out of the way, staying out of the eye line of the centre forwards. Now you've got David Luiz and Rudiger thinking, where's Aguero? You've got no one to mark.
They've also got Gabriel Jesus to keep tabs on. Gabriel Jesus, who on Friday Manchester City announced he'd signed a new contract extension through to 2023. So they're tying him up for the foreseeable future. Gabriel Jesus. Here is Claudio Bravo down the other end, sun in his eyes, no baseball cap, and not really been troubled in this second half. Chelsea have not responded very well to going 2-0 down. Phil Foden controls on the halfway line. Barkley tries to push him off the ball. Foden made it tough stuff, keeps his balance. I think his foot was trod on there, but he's getting on with an advantage. I'm just watching Foden here as he goes to the ground. Is that cramp? I'm not sure, but he's got some little problem. He's sitting on the ground, play resuming around it. The ball is played in the midfield and over the top.
Wow.
Ball to an object for Bernardo Silva. That is a perfect pass. He takes it in his stride. Alonso's been dragged out of location. Here, struggling for it is Foden, who got back up to his feet. I mean, a moment ago, he was down on the ground looking like he was going to need the physio. Suddenly popped up in the penalty area, and Chelsea's attempts to clear it away. Alonso blocked down by Aguero, who's working so... I mean, Manchester City as a team are working hard. Aguero is putting in the effort today.
Yeah, he is. And you know what? If you're a centre forward and you work hard, you normally get a little bit of luck along with all that hard work. And, you know, he's got himself a couple of goals. Could have been 3 if it wasn't for the keeper. Yeah, I think it's Foden. Foden's down actually now. He's getting his left calf stretched by his teammate Aguero.
Right, there's another Manchester City change about to be made. Juliet Farrington's down the sideline.
Yeah, it's great when you sit in the Manchester City dugout behind the players. They can tell you exactly what's going on. Brahim Diaz is coming on for Phil Foden. Pep Guardiola gesticulating and gesticulating frantically to get Diaz to come down. He was warming up in the technical area. He's about to come on for Manchester City, the substitution. Phil Foden, I think, well, he's back up and running again now, but I think he is the player that is going to come off.
Watching Phil Foden, look at him, he's down there sprinting to show quality. Look, I'm okay, don't take me off. Look at me, I'm fine. Look, I'm sprinting for the ball. He is loving himself down there. He doesn't get many chances in the first. Look at him, he's going to the tunnel. It's okay. No, I'm all right. I think they're going to hook him anyway. They are.
No, look at his little face. He wants to stay. He wants to stay on, the lad.
It's like his mum has said, your dinner's on the table, come in. And he's like, oh, can I just stay for 5 more minutes? But now this will be a standing ovation. Riyad Mahrez, his exit a little bit more muted, but Phil Foden has been embraced by the hearts of the Manchester City fans. He takes off the shin guards, he rolls down the socks. He's impressed. He really has today.
Yeah, he has. He's been great, and getting on the ball, trying to make things. He's playing for Manchester City, and I just think he's been great. He hasn't looked out of place. He's still a young boy. He's got the whole of his future ahead of him, and playing a game of this stature and standing out and making a difference. He's getting hugs off all of his staff and company's giving him a big massive embrace there. I think it's brilliant.
And I know that the same sort of charge gets doled out after every tournament, that you can't build up the youngsters too quick for England and all that, but England don't have another player with his skill set. That creativity, attacking midfielder, he'll have a good, if he can continue that, he won't have much competition in the England team.
Yeah, if he can keep that mindset and that work rate and the thought process and the quality that he has, he'll be playing for his senior side very, very soon. I'm pretty sure Mr. Gareth Southgate will be looking at him anyway.
So a reminder, later on tonight, highlights of the golf, the Women's Open, 10 to midnight on BBC 2. What's the latest, Ian Carter?
Well, the two leaders have reached the turn, and an excellent up and down from the bunker for Georgia Hall. Keeps her at 15 under par, keeps her 1 shot behind the leader from Thailand, Pornanong Patlam. She's ahead at 16 under par. It's between these two. The next best players are at 10 under.
Thanks very much, Ian. A reminder, Friday night, Old Trafford, Manchester United against Leicester, the opening game of the new Premier League season. I'll be alongside Dion for commentary of that one. First of 144 commentaries on national radio for BBC Radio 5 Live. More live Premier League football than any other UK broadcaster. Right, let's get an update. There's been a good chance for Leeds, I'm told. John Akers, Leeds against Stoke in the Championship.
It's 0-0. Terrific chance for Leeds in front of an extremely boisterous crowd here. Really good crowd inside. Kemar Roof, close range. First time effort, 6 yards. Fantastic save from Jack Butland. It's 0-0.
Going to be great to see how Leeds get on with their new coach this season. There'll be a few thrills and spills along the way, you would have thought. Chelsea and Manchester City both preparing to make substitutions here at Wembley. The clock is ticking on. We're into the last 13 minutes of normal time now. Chelsea 0, Manchester City 2.
Yeah, I'm glad to see that Silva's now gone into the centre of the pitch. And Diaz has come out to this right-hand side. Silva now is going to start to dictate yet again. Chelsea looking a little bit leggy, still persevering with they play at the moment. They're playing a 4-5-1, leaving Tammy Abraham up there on his own. But they just can't seem to get the ball back at the moment.
Mendy, great work. Gabriel Jesus, edge of the penalty area. Now Aguero on a hat-trick. Scoops it in. Up jumps Azpilicueta. And Chelsea headed down and away. And eventually Drinkwater, nearly caught in possession by Gundogan. But he manages to smuggle it clear. Tammy Abraham lays it off to Ross Barkley. Not happening for Chelsea in attack as Fernandinho snuffs out the danger. And Chelsea don't get any further than the halfway line. Here is Benjamin Mendy. Onto Aguero. Just outside the tee. Here is Brahim Diaz. He celebrated his birthday yesterday. He goes around Alonso and he hits the side netting. What an introduction that would have been for the young substitute.
Yeah, it was a really difficult angle for him. He goes by Alonso. Alonso gets square on. He goes by him, he goes on the inside, he tries to squeeze in the near post. On his right foot, he was never going to squeeze that in. But Chelsea, one pass. There was one pass there. I think it was from Fernandinho. Went straight into, I think it was Mendy, and it just took out 5 Chelsea players. They just didn't seem to want to get back, they didn't seem to want to work. Drinkwater didn't want to get back and help his defenders, and it just looked a little bit off the pace, and I think City can do that to anybody, not just Chelsea, anybody.
Right, first of all, I can tell you, Sergio Aguero's not going to get his hat-trick because he's been taken off. Manchester City fans applaud him, and there'll be a big roar for the man coming on as well. Vincent Kompany, out of the successful Belgium campaign at the World Cup. He comes on and into the heart of defence for City for the closing 10 minutes now. So Kompany is on. Victor Moses has come on for Pedro. And what's interesting is that when Pedro came to the bench, he absolutely slammed his shin guards down. He was not happy. Now, maybe that's with his own performance. Is it not happy with being taken off, or is it just a general frustration of how Chelsea have been outplayed here?
I would imagine it's a frustration. It hasn't really gone Chelsea's way at all. But, you know, with Aguero going off and Kompany coming on, Kompany's now gone in the middle of a 3 with Laporte and Walker. And John Stones has just been nudged into that midfield there. And, you know, that doesn't bother me at all. Doesn't concern me. I think John Stones has got so much quality. Could probably play there as well.
Reminder of the Hockey World Cup final on right now on 5 Live Sports Extra. Once the live football is over here, we'll be crossing over to Sarah Orchard on 5 Live as well. Ireland taking on the Netherlands in that World Cup final. Both teams went to penalty shootouts in their semis only yesterday. It's been a very quick turnaround. Here at Wembley, 2 goals to Aguero, who's just been taken off. Chelsea 0, Manchester City 2. First game in charge domestically for Maurizio Sarri. On this evidence, he has work to do. Gabriel Jesus, midway inside the Chelsea half, skips away from his fellow Brazilian David Luiz. That was good from Gabriel Jesus. Diaz back into the midfield to John Stones. Since Kompany's come on, Stones has just stepped up into almost an anchor midfield role. This is Kyle Walker on the right-hand side to Bernardo Silva. Alonso backing away from him, back into the midfield to John Stones once again, and almost with a little tinge of irony, the Chelsea fans are cheering every pass here of their team, just rubbing it into Chelsea.
Yeah, it's got to be frustrating. So they're in the sun as well, so they'll be baking hot watching their team get a lesson in how to keep the ball and total control as well at the moment. We would call this in the game forwards against defence at the moment, whereas City are taking the time to try and find a way through Chelsea.
City, who won the Premier League and the League Cup last season, and they are bossing it at Wembley at the moment. And we've seen them do this so many times last season to teams. They get in front, and then they let the ball do the work, and they're all so comfortable in possession, it can be difficult. City, by the way, who start their Premier League campaign away against Arsenal next Sunday, this day week. Their first home game as defending champions is against Huddersfield, and then they've got a trip to Wolves, and we'll be right back into the action. Chelsea travel to Huddersfield to start their new campaign. That's next Saturday. Then Chelsea play Arsenal at home, and then that's followed by Newcastle away. Here comes Diaz for City into the penalty area. Onto his right boot, shoots, tries to catch the goalkeeper out at his near post. Caballero gets down well and saves on the right-hand side.
That is a very, very good save there from the Chelsea keeper. Caballero making sure that it's not 3.
Mendy's cross into the middle. Alonso, well, he was unawares. He didn't know where Bernardo Silva was, so he had to put it out for a corner. Big cheer again from the City fans. Their team remains on the attack.
Yeah, but just, I don't know what it is with Chelsea or City. I know it's different when you're winning. When you're winning, you seem to have energy. When you're losing, you seem to lose your energy completely. And it's showing today.
Are Chelsea about to lose for the 5th time in a row when they've been involved in Community Shields? They've been beaten their last 4 occasions. Last year it went to penalties against Arsenal. So here, Mendy rolls it back into the Manchester City half to Claudio Bravo, who's way outside his penalty area playing sweeper-keeper, and he's given it away to Victor Moses, and in comes the challenge from Vincent Kompany. He was aware there was danger there, and Kompany uses his experience, snuffs it all out, commits the foul, knowing that brings that to a halt.
Yes, and gets away with it. It was a ping from the keeper. He didn't quite get there. Bravo's pass. Kompany's thinking, I'm never going to beat Moses for pace. Sorry, mate, you're going nowhere.
Here is Willian, challenged by Kyle Walker. Gabriel Jesus thinks he's got a chance here. Luiz careful not to foul him. He's done enough just to hold up Gabriel Jesus. Second wind, left foot, shoot, save by Caballero. He's been such a busy goalkeeper in this second half. Gabriel Jesus with his first attempt on target since coming on as us up. Chelsea 0, Manchester City 2 here on 5 Live in the Community Shield. What about the Hockey World Cup final? Sarah Orchard.
Here at the World Cup final, the Irish are 1-0 down to Netherlands, the reigning world champions. It was a field goal by Lidvie Velten that has put them 1-0 up. 5 minutes to go until the end of the first quarter.
Commentary right now on 5 Live Sports Extra of that here at Wembley. Chelsea come forward. Louise plays it in front of Alonso. Walker got over there very quickly to block it, but it's picked up now by Tammy Abraham in the penalty area. Heavy touch. Gundogan nips in. Manchester City regain possession.
So much is going on. So much going on in that 30 seconds there. Jesus, another great save from Willy Caballero there. And then City come forward, half a chance. Willian's on it again now.
6 minutes to go. Willian veering in off the left wing, gets almost to the D. Can't quite get it through to Tammy Abraham, and Manchester City get it away. There's a City player down on the far side. It's Laporte. He's down injured, and rather sportingly, Chelsea put the ball out so he can receive some treatment. Manchester City preparing to make another change. Otamendi is about to come on, and having already brought off on company, and now Otamendi, you get the feeling Guardiola is saying, shut that door, Chelsea, this is done.
Yes, without a doubt. We're just watching the replay of this Jesus one-on-one with David Luiz. Now, David Luiz does fantastic to slow him down, but Jesus wriggles away and still gets a shot off Willy Caballero, then making sure that nothing came of it. Company now looking at Company, he's going around all his teammates saying, listen, keep concentrating, we've not won yet. Yes, we're 2 goals up, let's get this over the line. I just think it's a very good professional performance from a City side that will only get better.
5 minutes to go. Laporte receiving some treatment for an injury. There's a goal at Elland Road. Leeds United against Stoke in the Championship. John Akers.
Leeds are 1 up, and it's Matthias Klick from close range. Sprung the offside trap, took a touch, knocked it past Butland, and the roof's come off. A packed Elland Road. Super atmosphere. Leeds are good for it too. They lead Stoke City 1-0.
Thanks very much, John. Let's go down to the touchlines. Juliet Farrington at Wembley.
Yeah, Otamendi is still waiting to come on. We've got around 4 minutes of this, or 4 minutes or so left of this match. Just looking at John Stones receiving some treatment. Looked like he had a little bit of cramp, but he's up and he's making his way back onto the pitch as well. And always in this hot weather, this wasn't a planned drinks break, but during the sort of break that we have got in play because of these injuries and because of the substitution, more fluids are being taken on board by the players.
Julia, is there any? What's the bench like down there? What are City like? Are they happy? Is he wanting more? I know he's just put Otamendi on and Company on, but
well, I've just kind of because the PA system was just there. I'm struggling to hear right now. I can tell you the bench is okay. Kevin De Bruyne, he's been applying the suntan lotion because obviously it's been very hot down here. There's a really good vibrancy. You mentioned about Phil Foden not wanting to come off earlier when he kind of came off in the end because obviously he'd been suffering from cramp as well. All smiles, all high fives. He didn't just get a standing ovation from the fans that are still here from Manchester City. He got a standing ovation from his teammates as well on the bench, high-fiving him and applauding him. He's got a special future ahead, that guy.
Juliet, just before we go, I've just had a text from Kevin De Bruyne saying this lady behind me is very loud.
Really? Well, that's strange because he's not looking at it at the moment. I'll tell you what he has got. He's got a lovely watch.
It's all about the bling with Jules. Chelsea 0, Manchester City 2, Wembley 5 Live, 3 minutes to go. It's got the feeling of done and dusted about it. Theo Dunn, I want to ask you about David Luiz. Chelsea fans haven't seen him in action for a long time. I don't think he's worn a Chelsea shirt in a competitive game since February. Now, which player have we got here? Have we got the guy who went off to Paris Saint-Germain, won back-to-back trebles, came back and won the Premier League in England? Or do we have a David Luiz who Antonio Conte didn't seem to want in his team last season?
You know, I've never really liked David Luiz in a defensive role. I could possibly see him in a role that's in midfield somewhere. Maybe he could play 10. He could play as a holder as well. As a defender, I think he gets frustrated with himself because he's got so much to offer that he's not allowed to show it. So sometimes when we see him making the mistakes, it's just his frustration.
Now, Jorginho flicks it over the top. Barkley for Chelsea. Into the middle. Abraham. Chance. Bravo comes. Doesn't gather it. Moses again. And Bravo somehow recovered to fingertip it out for a corner. That's probably as close as Chelsea have come to a goal in the entire game. And Barkley almost picking out Abraham. Bravo did it off.
They won't mind how they've done it. That ball hasn't gone in City's net. They don't care what it looks like. They've actually worked so hard to get back. Walker's there as well. Otamendi, who's just come on, makes the tackle right at the last minute to clear it away, to make sure that Moses doesn't get a tap in. They are, it seems like City are so focused on making sure they score goals, but not just scoring goals, making sure they don't concede, working so hard to make sure that the ball doesn't go in their net.
For me, Manchester City look like they've picked up just where they left off last season. They've a system, they've a plan, they know what they're doing. Chelsea, and I guess it's understandable, not only have they a new manager, but a guy who's joined so late in the summer. Chelsea just look experimental. They look like, well, we don't really know what's our best, team yet. Here comes the corner from the far side. Willian swings it in, headed down by Rudiger. That's not threatening anything. Walker picks it up in the right full-back position. Clock ticks on and we're into the final minute of the 90 now.
Yeah, they'll just see this one out now. City, they'll make the pitch as big as possible. It's in the right back spot at the moment with Kyle Walker, and he's just playing along with Gundogan and Stones and company, just keeping it now. The pitch, as you can see, you've got 4 players hugging both touchlines to make sure that the pitch is made very big, and Chelsea have got big areas to run into to try and squeeze down.
So, Dale, people will be picking their fantasy teams, they'll be making their little wagers for the season, and I know traditionally the Community Shield is not a great barometer as to how things are going to fare over the season, but on this showing, Chelsea, top 4, what do you think?
Well, you know what, this is, it's quite an experimental game. I think you've said it already, and I believe that Chelsea will get better. They've got other brilliant players to come in as well, so we shall see. You can't call this Premier League, you can never call this Premier League.
Or how about this way, has it been today that Manchester City have just been very good, or have Chelsea been poor?
I think City have been very good. City have been very good, very professional, very organised. The manager hasn't stopped running around in his technical area to make sure that all those things that he's told them to do on the training pitch they have done. Jesus there buying a free kick, he goes down, they get the free kick, and the first thing that Guardiola does, he gets both hands out in front of him as if to say, calm down, slow it down, we've won this one. So they know their jobs.
Well, we are into the 4 minutes of stoppages. Manchester City preparing to lift a piece of silverware. And I think the Community Shield, it certainly wasn't given the status as a proper trophy until I think about 2 seasons ago when Mourinho claimed it's a major trophy, Community Shield, and we sort of have to stick to that. By the way, Manchester City have brought on Claudio Gomez, and I don't know how much our listeners know about Claudio Gomez, but this is a guy that I cannot wait to see more of. He's a French youth international. He is what they think the nearest thing to a new N'Golo Kante.
Hold it a minute.
Yeah, well, exactly.
Hold it a minute.
This kid is really special. He turned 18 last Monday. That triggered the sort of process that allowed Manchester City to be able to sign him. He'd run down his contract at Paris Saint-Germain. He is brilliant. Wait till you see this guy. Now, he's only going to get 2 minutes, but check him out on the internet. Absolutely, this guy. I mean, he's somewhere between Makelele and N'Golo Kante. He's that kind of a midfielder, and he's only 18 years of age, but ran down his contract at Paris Saint-Germain, and Manchester City very quickly in to snap him up on a free transfer of all things in this day and age.
Makelele and Kante. I can't wait to see him myself.
No pressure.
I've heard a lot about him. I haven't seen him play in the flesh at all, but here we go.
Yeah, he's about to come on. He's itching. Guardiola's itching to get him on as well. But Kyle Walker's got off an amazing dribble through the middle of the midfield. This is 5-5 for the BBC. City 2 up in the Community Shield. Brahim Diaz into the penalty area. Saved again by Caballero. Well, you've got to say the Chelsea goalkeeper's had a brilliant second half. Worrying indeed for Chelsea. He's had to have that brilliant second half. He's been so busy.
Yeah, he's made 2 or 3 decent saves. In fact, there was two saves that Caballero's had to make, which were definite goals, and this one was more of a speculative effort. But yeah, he's been busy.
Barkley onto Tammy Abraham, back to Victor Moses. Not good enough for Chelsea. Fernandinho easily runs in to pick a pocket to win possession back from Manchester City, and they've been head and shoulders the better team.
I would have, if I'd have seen this young lad trying to get on Gomez now, if I'd have seen Gomez stood there on the touchline, if I was a captain, I'd say, listen, just clear that ball up the field, get it off the pitch, get him on. We're 2-0 up. There's only about 2 minutes to go. Give him some time.
The Netherlands still lead out at 1-0 in the Hockey World Cup final. Hits have beaten Motherwell 3-0. That one's over. Leeds 1-0 up against Stoke in the Championship here at Wembley. Diaz controls for Manchester City in the penalty area. What a ball! Gundogan, out comes Caballero. Must be. Bernardo Silva puts it wide. How is that even possible?
possible. 10 yards out, goal at his mercy. I know it's possible. It was deflected wide. It goes out for a corner.
I was expecting the ball just to nestle right there. Great little bit of play. Good interplay there with Jesus and Gundogan trying to play each other in the box. Great little ball through Aspilicueta's legs towards Gundogan actually. And in the end, Chelsea clear it. Rudiger gets a deflection and it goes out for a corner. And here he is. Here's your man, Connor.
Here's my man. Remember the name. Claudio Gomez, number 81. Turned 18 earlier on this week. Whether he gets to hang around the City squad, whether he's sent out on loan, well, who knows? But this is a big hope for the future. He's captained all the underage teams for France. And he comes on in place of John Stones and into the midfield. The white boots. But look at his boots. He's got some sort of a sparkly effect. What's going on there?
I have no idea, but...
Oh, he doesn't get in touch. The referee blows the final whistle. Sparkly boots or not, Claudio Gomez doesn't get in touch. I think that'll get a bit of notice, though. What was going on there?
Alright, so the game is finished. Full time to 0 to Man City. I'm gonna end this stream now and do another one for Leeds versus Stoke. Is at the moment 1-0 lead. So make sure to come back for that stream. Thanks for watching this stream. We gained nearly 150 subscribers. So thank you for that. And hope to see you guys for another stream in a second. Make sure to subscribe as well because I will be doing commentary for Chelsea, Huddersfield and Man City, Arsenal next week.